Morning. It is the 11th of August 2012, and for once it's really hot. Well, this summer anyway. We haven't had that much of good luck with weather. Many of you may know it's been raining pretty much every day and horrible, and just to get in the occasion of summer I'm wearing a vest, but I don't know if you can see my tan lines. No, probably not. But I wore this when it was last sunny, and now whenever I don't have my top on, it looks like I'm still wearing a vest anyway. So that is quite annoying. In this vlog today, I want to talk about the government, because that has seemed to link with many people's what they've been writing on Twitter and YouTube and stuff, and they've been talking about the Illuminati as well, so I'm going to touch on that. And so basically, like, the government, we've got a coalition government at the moment, right? If I'm right, we've got the Lib Dems and Conservatives, correct me if I'm wrong, and that is Nick Clegg and David Cameron. And from day one, my parents have always been Labour Party, if anyone knows anything about that. And I've not really understood how the government works, but I've recently been trying to understand their systems a little bit more, and I have to agree with my parents and family that Labour are a much better party than, the coalition. Well, mainly Conservative. Nick Clegg's just sort of a side man that isn't really there, but David Cameron knows how to, doesn't know how to run a country, otherwise I wouldn't be complaining. And one of the things that really strikes me with this government is it's to do with benefits, right? And I believe that if you're getting benefits lawfully, you are entitled to them benefits. You physically can't work, or you're really bad ill, or you're just hard up, and I believe that that's right, and this country should give something back to the people like that. But what really annoys me with this benefit system is that people can cheat it, and I'm talking about the people that say, look, I can't work, I've hurt my arm and stuff like that, but really they're just spending their benefits money on drugs, or they are working and just claiming benefits as well. I mean, I'm not a taxpayer yet, but when I will be, I'm sure that I don't want my taxes going to someone that is sitting indoors taking heroin. Do you know what I mean? Like, you would pay, I don't know how much taxes are, someone could just tell me how much taxes are, but I wouldn't want my money being spent on that. Like, I'd rather it be spent on the ambulance service, something that we really need, not wasters. And let's be honest, as much as people would hate, there are wasters. And I think that brings me on to my next point, the Eurozone crisis. I don't understand it. I've never been into financial stuff like that, but all I know is that it's something to do with the euro, and the Eurozone, which is all of the Europe's countries together. And I may not understand it enough, but I think with the government, they put out all of these interviews talking about the Eurozone, how they're going to solve it. But this is what I mean. To normal people of the normal country, maybe all these financial bankers may understand it, like when they see it on the news. I certainly don't. My parents certainly don't. Most people I know certainly don't. So why do the government tell you about these things? Yeah, you can tell us about it, but we need to understand it, mate. Like, we're not all financial gods that understand the stock market and debts, and like, we haven't got that kind of brain power. And we all know you're so elite, but you're really not. But that's what I don't think is fair. Like, they don't simplify it for people like us. And that also kind of links to what else I want to talk about, and this will sort of push into the Illuminati as well. And I want to talk about why the government hide so much from us. Like, did you see the things about the WikiLeaks and stuff like that? And sort of all these, it was to do with the American government, and there was so much that they hid from the public that was so important. Like, I mean, it may scare some people that the government do that, and sure enough, they have the right. What, do they have the right to hide it from us? I mean, some important things like threats to our, like terror threats to our country. Does anyone know what the terror threat to our country is right now? Well, I only found out the other day. It's still on serious. Like, we've still got a huge, serious terror threat to our country. So, what I want to know is why the government hides so much from us. And many people think, and have started to get into the Illuminati, and I don't know if it's just a phase of people trying to be cool, but I've researched the Illuminati many times, and I know if they were real, I don't think they were real. They're just not a power to be messed with. And some say there's quite a few different stories. Some say they're behind the government. Some say that they're just an individual sort of terrorist group on a larger scale. Some say they're like everywhere. They're literally everything. And some say it's beyond human. So that's sort of related to the devil. I know what I believe, and I believe that it's a bunch of shit. I mean, as soon as a cult has been, like, the cult culture has been around for a long time, and it's purely coincidence, isn't it, really? Some of the things about the Olympics, people saying it's going to blow up, and I don't see any bombs yet. I'm sorry, but you've wasted your time talking about bombs, and it makes people a little bit crazy, really. And the end of this world stuff, and the end of the world on, isn't it the 21st of December, right? I would really appreciate it if you didn't end the world on the 21st of December, because my birthday is on the 18th of December. So I would appreciate that. That was sarcasm, if anyone could tell. I don't believe they're real. Purely for the fact that, yeah, maybe 9/11 happened, 7/7 bombings, but is it purely coincidence that there's all this evidence that stacks up against the Illuminati? I mean, it could be anyone, couldn't it, really? Yeah, it might have been Al Qaeda. It's extremists. That's all it is. And some people, don't get me wrong, I'm religious. I believe now, because recently, well, a couple of days ago, my great nan died, and I don't want to believe that she's just disappeared. I believe that she's still with us. And don't get me wrong, I believe in religion, but it's the people that take religion too far that is causing all this cult madness. Illuminati isn't real. I don't want to put words into your mouth. It's just not real. No one. It's no one. What have they done that is so hurtful to us? Maybe there was about in the 1800s as a small minor cult, but you know what the word of mouth is. Like, So it's like a rumour. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, so and so did something with a dog, and then eventually it will turn into like so and so sleeps with dogs on every occasion she gets, and it sort of grows into this massive ball of light. And just think of that over 500, 600 years. Rumours actually just, it would just be ridiculously huge rumour. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of kids making a ridiculously huge rumour, and it doesn't help with all this shit, right? You are not indie for doing this. This is not indie. It's a triangle. It's a fucking shape. It's a primary shape. You've learnt it in year 5, year 4, year 3, year 2, year 1. You had to colour them in. They equal 180 degrees. What else? What else do you want to do with them? There's not going to be an eye in the middle that's watching you. Fuck off. And I think that's why people are so obsessed with them. It's because they can put their faith into something. You can't put your faith into something that doesn't exist. Please. And that's all I really want to say. Illuminati does not exist, and the government suck dick.